In 2022, Queen Elizabeth II celebrated her Platinum Jubilee, the 70th anniversary of her accession to the throne. Over the course of her record-breaking reign, the Queen witnessed unprecedented social, cultural, and political change and traveled extensively throughout the United Kingdom, Canada, and the wider Commonwealth. Here are 5 interesting facts about the long and eventful life and reign of Queen Elizabeth II. So if you're interested to know about the facts of Queen Elizabeth II, watch the video till the end. In the last, we conclude an amazing fact about the late Queen Elizabeth you didn't know before. Fact number 1. She was born in a London townhouse. The future Queen Elizabeth II was born on 21st April 1926, although she was the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York. The future King George VI and Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and the eldest granddaughter of King George was not born in a palace. She was born at 17 Bruton Street in the Mayfair neighborhood of London, in a townhouse that belonged to her Scottish maternal grandparents, the Earl and Countess of Strathmore. The house was demolished in 1937. There is now an office building and a Chinese restaurant on the site. Fact number 2. She was the first female member of the royal family to become a full-time active member of the British Armed Forces. Previous princesses, such as Princess Patricia of Connaught, had served as the honorary colonel-in-chief of a military regiment. But the future Queen Elizabeth II assumed a more active role during the Second World War in 1945. She joined the Auxiliary Territorial Service as a second subaltern and learned to drive and service vehicles. 5 months later, she was promoted to junior commander. On Victory in Europe Day, she joined the street parties in London, inconspicuous in her military uniform. As the monarch, the Queen was head of the British Armed Forces. Fact number 3. She owned more than 30 corgis over the course of her lifetime. The Queen's hobbies included spending time in the countryside, horseback riding, and walking her dogs. Her preferred breed of dog was the Pembroke Welsh Corgi. She brought her corgi Susan on her honeymoon in 1947 and received a corgi puppy as a gift from members of her family in the spring of 2021. The royal corgis became part of the Queen's public image. A British coin commemorating Elizabeth II's Golden Jubilee in 2002 depicted the monarch with a corgi. A Vanity Fair magazine cover marking her 90th birthday showed the Queen with 4 of her dogs. At the opening ceremony of the 2012 Olympic Summer Games in London, the Queen and her corgis appeared in a video with actor Daniel Craig as James Bond. Fact number 4. She received more than 2,500 wedding gifts when she married Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, in 1947, and she celebrated her birthday. After the engagement of Prince Elizabeth, Lieutenant Philip Mountbatten, Prince Philip of Greek and Denmark was announced on 9 June 1947. Invited wedding guests and members of the public sent gifts to celebrate the occasion. Canadian Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King sent antique silverware and a mink coat as the official wedding gifts from Canada. Since food and clothing rationing was still in force in the United Kingdom after the Second World War, members of the public around the world sent tinned food, which was redistributed to people in need, and nylon stockings. Elizabeth and Philip were married at Westminster Abbey in London on 20th November 1947. The Queen and Prince Philip were married for 73 years until Philip's death on 9th April 2021. They have 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 12 great-grandchildren. The Queen had 2 birthdays. She turned 96 on April 21st, 2022, but celebrated her official birthday in June in the midst of her Jubilee celebrations. The tradition of the monarch celebrating an official birthday began more than 250 years ago, with King George II deciding to publicly celebrate his birthday in the summer rather than cold and wet November. And so, since 1748, every British monarch has carried on the tradition, so that there would be less chance of poor weather impeding outdoor celebrations and military parades celebrating their birthdays. Fact number 5. She is head of a Commonwealth of 54 nations. The Queen's father, King George, was the first monarch to be formally styled as head of the Commonwealth. The Queen made her role as head of the Commonwealth a priority throughout her reign, attending almost every Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting and traveling extensively throughout the Commonwealth. Today, the Commonwealth comprises of 54 independent nations, including 14 Commonwealth realms such as Canada, where the Queen is head of state. The relationship between the royal family and the Commonwealth will continue in the next reign. At the 2018 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in the United Kingdom, Commonwealth leaders agreed that the Queen's eldest son and heir, Prince Charles, will be the next head of the Commonwealth. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and also touch the bell icon.